Hey, good morning, everybody. So I'm me. I only invest in like newer modern sets. I do pick up when I can find team up blister packs. There's a place over here that sells them for like $60. I grab those every once in a while. Uh, so Sun and Moon team up like the later Sun and Moon sets. I don't really dig into the sets before that. Um, Sword and Shield, and then like of course Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and Violet's popping off. There's a lot of good stuff in those generations right there. But kind of trying to get into maybe some of the older cards. Me and my son were like kind of digging around, looking into vintage cards. When my daughters were younger, that's when I started buying them Pokemon cards. They started watching the TV shows, and so we're looking like back in the EX era, at the end of the EX era. My daughters were kind of old enough to get them cards. They were probably only like 4 or 5, preschool and stuff like that. But kids started bringing cards like that to school. So like the Delta species and all that kind of stuff. But back then the sets were a little bit different. I think like now there's Sun and Moon had 16 sets, including the specialty sets. Sword and Shield had 16 sets, and I'm assuming Scarlet Violet's gonna have 16 sets, kind of following the same template. But you go before Sun and Moon, X and Y had only like 14 sets, so it didn't kind of follow that same template. It almost seems like they've got it down to how they're gonna be doing the newer generations going forward, I guess. That was starting with the Sun and Moon. Some of them, I think it was Black and White. Diamond and Pearl only had like 6 sets. Black and White had 4, I think it was like that. No, Platinum was the one that had 4. But if you go all the way back to EX, let's go all the way back to EX. That's the set that's where I want to look at today. EX, they actually had 16 sets, just like they have in the newer stuff. And so I wanted to kind of go through some of those and look at some of the cards right there, because like I said, me and my son are starting to do a little bit of vintage shopping to see if there's anything that we should be picking up. And I know we have some of the cards already, but they're not in your mint. They're more like moderately played, because we used to actually get down on the floor with the mats and play. And so it actually helped my son learn how to read better, because you go to school, you want to read. They want you to read what they want you to read, right? But as a kid, you're gonna learn more when you're more interested in something. So Pokemon actually helped my son learn how to read quite a bit. The video games as well, because he had to learn, or else he wasn't going to be playing them. He was a little kid. I mean, he knew how to use the controllers, play Mario, but Pokemon games had a lot more reading and stuff like that. So, it was kind of cool that actually video games and Pokemon cards taught my son how to read a little bit. So that actually quite a bit, actually. So that's actually kind of cool. But all right, so let's go to the first set in the EX era, which is Ruby and Sapphire. And in this set, it looks like there's really only one card that you even need to look at, and that's the Mewtwo EX, going for about $100. If you can find a near mint copy for $100, that'd be kind of awesome. But yeah, it's this one right here. It's kind of a cool looking card. The Lapras EX in there, actually, this one looks pretty cool too. But besides, like, there's really not much else to speak of in this set. So let's move on to set number 2 in that era. Actually, this started in June 30th, 2003. EX Ruby and Sapphire came out June 30th of 2003. So my oldest was only 2 at the time. So at this time I hadn't been buying yet. All right, next set is Dragon. Came out September 17th of 2003. I think, is it Dragon that's next? Oh yeah, so Dragon and EX Sandstorm came out on the same time. Let's do Dragon. We'll do Dragon. So in Dragon here, this one here has, well, lots of dragons. You got a Rayquaza, Dragonite, Latios, and Charizards. So the Rayquaza EX, really cool card looking in there, $250, very expensive. The Dragonite, about $165. The Latios and the Latias are sitting around $130 each. But like the main thing in this set, like if you really didn't need any cards from the set, but you wanted to complete the Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon the secret rare line, that's right here. These 3 cards right here. Charmeleon about 69 or $70. You got Charmander probably for about 100, and then the Charizard for $450 to $500. So these three cards are basically the main sets, say main cards from EX Dragon. All right, so let's move on to EX Sandstorm. Again, this is another weaker set, kind of like EX Ruby Sapphire. The big hit in here is the Umbreon Reverse Holo. And then there's an Aerodactyl EX that's pretty cool in here. My favorite card probably is this Typhlosion right here, the Typhlosion EX here. It reminds me a little bit of the Scizor from Obsidian Flames, you know, all red like that, kind of with a little bit of black, and that's it. But yeah, so this is a fairly weaker set. I mean, there's a couple of you got some evolutions in here. So we got a Vaporeon, Espeon, Flareon, and a Jolteon, all in holo and reverse holo. Fairly inexpensive. Well, not inexpensive. They run from $40 to $50 each on those ones. But yeah, so that is the EX Sandstorm. Okay, so after EX Sandstorm, we get a heavy hitter set right here. It's not one of the head sets get crazy and coming up, but in this one here, Team Magma and Team Aqua came out February 29th of 2004. So this is like the legendary, looks like a legendary dog set. You got the Suicune at about $250. You have the Entei at about $130, and you have the Raikou for about $70. But it also has, in this one here, my favorite cards, not my favorite, but you get a Blaziken EX, that's a pretty cool card right there. It's got that Groudon that is actually from, that they redid in Celebrations, this Groudon right here. And there's Kyogre, there's a Kyogre in there. So you got the Groudon, the Kyogre, they always seem to go together. Team Aqua, Team Magma, there you go. So the Kyogre right here, reverse holo for like $47. And my favorite card though, out of this whole set, is the Absol Secret Rare. About $125 card. That's a nice card right there. Okay, now we're going to Hidden Legends, May 31st of 2004. This again is Kyogre and Groudon set kind of, and the big both those cards will run you a little over $100 right there. The big card in this set though is the Ninetales, about $140-$50, and you get the Ninetales. But my favorite card, like the only card I probably would really go running after in this one, I like the Groudon Secret Rare. $41 right here. It's a nice card. I mean, it's just a cool looking Groudon. Yeah, that's my favorite card out of the Hidden Legends, EX Hidden Legends set. All right, after Hidden Legends, we have the Fire Red Leaf Green. I don't know who names these sets. That's a super weird name. This set here is well, it's a Legendary Bird set. Legendary Birds. You got the Articuno EX at about $200 card. You got the Moltres at about $150, and you got the Zapdos EX. These are all secret. You know, they're above the normal set numbers. Secret Zapdos is about $125. This set also has like the starter line, when you got the Bulbasaur, Charmander, and the Squirtle. And then you also have, the big guys, Blastoise, Venusaur, Charizard in this set. There's also a nice little, well, Gengar right here, $300 Gengar. So I'll put the prices of most stuff up there, so you'll see the prices under these cards here. But yeah, the Gengar, about $300. In this set, I think if I'm gonna pick anything out of here, I'm a big Gengar fan, so that $300 Gengar is probably my favorite thing out of here. But to have those 3 legendary birds would be kind of crazy. That would pretty much set you back, I don't know, $500 to grab all those 3 birds. That's ridiculous, but hey, you can get the Gengar for like $300 here. All right, so let's move on to, this is where we get crazy. Team Rocket returns. EX Team Rocket returns. And we got that partner set. We got a Team Rocket set coming soon. Team Rocket, there's a partner set and a Team Rocket set coming soon. I think in 2025, and a black and white set coming in 2025. They're going all vintagey, so it might, like I said, this is kind of getting me wanting to look back at these vintage sets that kind of are Pokemon circling back to bring these people back in, I guess. I don't know, and make new fans of all this old vintage stuff. But this set to me it's the again, you got the legendary dogs. There's a Rocket's Suicune. You have a Mewtwo in here, a Mewtwo EX, Rocket's Mewtwo. You got that Here Comes Team Rocket card. Let me see here. We also have, there's a Scizor in here, Articuno, Moltres, Galarian, not Galarian, Rocket's Moltres. I always want to say Galarian Moltres in here. But yeah, so this set here, I think my favorite card on here is probably, I'm a Mewtwo fan, so I'd probably have to go with that Rocket's Mewtwo right there. Rocket's Mewtwo. They also do have the dark guys. There's a dark Tyranitar, a couple different dark Tyranitars in here. But yeah, this is to me. This is I'm going with that Mewtwo there. It's hard to pick cards of this one because it doesn't seem like there's really too much of a theme besides them being Rockets this Rocket. So they have anybody in there. You know, it wasn't like a legendary dog set or a dragon set. It's just kind of just a bunch of different Pokemon in there. So there's a little bit of something for everybody in there. Whatever your favorite Pokemon is, there's probably a Rockets version of that. All right, so next set we're looking at the Deoxys, and this is where it gets unreal. The prices of some of these cards is insane. You got the Rayquaza Gold Star. These Gold Stars are crazy. Shows $1,700 on here. You're probably not going to find it for that much. There's a Latios and a Latias Gold Star, about $900 cards. Crazy. This set has the Rayquaza EX, a Salamence EX, looking, in the mid hundreds, 150, 160. But to me, the star of this set are the reverse hollows. Check out this Rayquaza reverse hollow here. Look at that, how that looks. It just looks amazing. The Gyarados reverse hollow right here, amazing. Oh man, look at this Jirachi. I mean, it's crazy how these look. These reverse hollows look crazy. Magikarp over here, that's insane. But I think, like, if I'm gonna pick maybe one card from this set that I think is probably like my favorite card, it's probably this Deoxys reverse hollow right here. I mean, this one right here, I mean, look how that looks. It's just, and then it has that word, the Deoxys logo on there, the logos. I mean, we know how like the Pokemon Center Stamp logos, first edition, the stamped promos, this kind of gives you those vibes, and it's pretty cool. I really like this card. About $30 card. It's kind of cool. Not bad. All right, moving on from Deoxys, we're going to Emerald. Pokemon EX Emerald. And the Emerald set kind of, it looks like a dragon set to me, kind of. There is a Deoxys EX in here for about $240. You got a Rayquaza Reverse Hollow that's going for about $95. I really like that card. That's a very good looking card right there. And then you have I'm not a big fan of the Regice, Regirocks, all that kind of stuff, but they got those in there. But for me, the main card in here, if you're gonna get one card out of this set, it's gonna set you back in the mid 300s. Is this Melodic EX? Melodic is like that's one of my favorite cards. Just something about that. It's like a majestic water dragon thing. I don't know. Really cool. When you see in Surging Sparks, they got a really nice one. But this Melodic right here just looks stunning. That's a cool looking card. I mean, if you can find that one in near mint or lightly played for a good price, that right there would look really nice in your binder if you have a bunch of Melodics. If you're a Melodic fan or even just a Pokemon fan, that's a cool looking card. But yeah, that's Emerald, and that came out in 2005. And I think this is probably about the time I started buying Pokemon cards, going to Borders books and buying tins. Got this really old tin. Right now, my kids have marbles in it right now, but it's a really old tin that if it was left sealed with the packs in it, it's about a $1,500 tin for this little $14.99 tin I bought back then. It's crazy. If you could find that tin sealed, it's going to cost you about $1,500. Nuts. Anyway, all right. So moving on from Emerald, we are going to Unseen Forces, and to me, this one is I think this one has a little bit of evolutions in it. It's got a little bit of it's got all 3 legendary dogs. So maybe it's a legendary dog set. You have the Entei, $300 card. Wow, expensive. This is the Entei Gold Star. So the Gold Stars anytime there's a Gold Star, they get expensive. You have the Raikou Gold Star. Holy cow! And then you have the Suicune Gold Star, all sitting in between $300 to $400 for these cards. Crazy, crazy. You got everyone's favorite little onion, Celebi. I'm a big Celebi fan. Love Celebi. This one's sitting about $400 for the Celebi EX. That's not even a Gold Star. It's a Celebi EX. But the two heavy hitters in this set are the Espeon EX, going for about $450, and you have the Umbreon EX sitting, close to $800. Probably gonna have to pay $800 to get that Umbreon EX. Crazy set, very expensive. I mean, like for me, it's the Espeon is probably my favorite card of this set. That Espeon just looks really cool. The way it's gazing, his eyes look insane. That's pretty cool. But yeah, that's Unseen Forces, came out in 2005, July of 2005. All right, moving on to EX Delta Species. Everybody knows what the Delta Species are. This one is, to me, this looks like it might be an evolution set. I mean, you got the Flareon EX going for about $150. You got the Vaporeon EX, same thing, about $150. We got a Jolteon EX, a little bit cheaper at $128. There's an Umbreon, just an Umbreon Hollow Delta Species, going for about $140 as well. And then there's a Metagross Gold Star. There's two Gold Stars in this set. You got the Metagross here for about $400. And then my favorite card in the whole set, if I had the money to pick this one up, boom, it's the Groudon Gold Star. About $500 to $600 right here. And it's shiny, because Groudon's not red. I'm assuming he's shiny. I don't know why the Gold Star is gold, but it looks like a shiny Pokemon. My son loves shiny Pokemon. He tried to explain what they are to me, and I just know they're different color. The blue Mew looks cooler than the pink Mew. Pink Mew looks like a rat with no fur on it, and the blue one just kind of looks cool. But anyway, yeah, so the Groudon EX Gold Star, set you back about $550 to $600 if you can find this in a near mint copy. I bet you there's people asking way more, but cool little card right there. And that's Delta Species right there. I think that's the first Delta Species set there. All right, so we're moving on to Legend Maker, which came out in 2006. I think this is when I started buying, like I was telling you about that tin. They had like a Heat Ran promo in there. I still got that card somewhere beat up. It's beat up because, like I said, I used to get on the floor with the mats with my kids and actually play and try to teach them how to play the game while I was learning how to play at the same time, because I was not interested in this stuff until they asked me, hey, can you show us how to play this game? So I did that. So, but this set is like a Registeel, Regirock set. The two Gold Stars in here. You got the Regirock, $400 card, Registeel, $300 card. They don't do much for me. The artworks, the Pokemon, not a big fan of those. So for me in this set, it's the Mews and the Gengars. You got a Mew EX going for about $185. You got a regular Mew Reverse Hollow for about $115 in here. There's an Arcanine going for about $260. And then I like this Gengar in here. There's a Gengar Reverse Hollow for about $70. We had the regular one. It doesn't say Legend Maker on it. It's just a regular hollow. I still have it. I should have brought it in to show you guys. It's beat up. It is beat up. It's heavily played. It's probably a PSA 2 if we sent it in. But I like this Gengar card as a Gengar fan. It's a very nice card here. Might be one of the cards to grab from this set. About $70. You can grab this Gengar Reverse Hollow, and maybe the Mews in here, but to me, the Gengar Reverse Hollow is probably the best card in this whole set. All right, moving on. We're going to Holland Phantoms, and that is from April 30th, 2006. And I remember opening up a bunch of packs. Never hit any of the big dogs out of here, but we opened up a bunch of packs on this one. And this set has some bangers, some heavy hitters that are expensive. You have the $1,000 Gold Star Pikachu. I think this is the only Gold Star Pikachu there is. $1,000. It's a classic card. I mean, it's if you can afford that card, I could see this one climbing up in the future. I mean, it's I know these sets are, what is that, 16 years old, 15 years old, whatever. They've been around for a very long time. 17, I think it's 17 years old by now. But anyway, they've been around for a long time, and for some of these cards to be $1,000, that's pretty cool. I mean, but you got newer sets where cards are hitting like $1,000, like the Moonbreon and stuff like that. But the artworks, the vintage sets here cannot mess with the newer sets. I mean, look at the Groudon from Paradox Rift, beats any of the Groudons I've shown you on here. It's insane. But this Pikachu, Gold Star Pikachu for $1,000. If you had like a vintage collection, you had that in there. That's one of the heavy hitters right there. That's a sick card right there. And then the Gyarados Gold Star, another $1,000 card right here. Amazing. I really like this. It looks like a shiny Gyarados. Is red and gold, instead of blue. Pretty cool right there. You got the Mewtwo Gold Star right here, 275. So for a Gold Star, that's actually kind of cheap right there. That's actually not even a $300. I could say about $300 card for Mewtwo Gold Star. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I like that one. But for me in this set, I really like the Rayquazas. You got this reverse holo Rayquaza here for about $90. You got another Rayquaza reverse holo Delta species for about $90 as well. And then there's this funny looking artwork Gyarados here reverse holo. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a cool card right there. But for me, my favorite one is the Rayquaza reverse holo. I really like that one for $90. It kind of looks like it's glowing a little bit. I really like the way that looks right there. So that's a cool card. But that's the Holland Phantoms from April 30th of 2006. We're getting pretty close to the end here. And then now we're at another crazy set, Crystal Guardians. Crystal Guardians it almost feels like another legendary Charizard Dragon-y set, but the main card in here, we got a couple gold stars. You have a Alakazam Gold Star for just under $500 probably, if you want to pick that one up. But we have everybody's favorite onion, Celebi, right here, to $500 card, and a shiny, look at Celebi, is like that reddish pink color. And yeah, the card's nice, but for me, if you're really gonna pick up any cards from this, pick up either the Charizard holo or the reverse holo. The holo is going for about $300, and this reverse holo right here going for about a little over $400 right there. Those are pretty nice looking cards. You can also pick up, I do like the Blastoise right here. The Blastoise right here for $90, really nice, pretty cool. And then I think this one also has there's a Groudon and Kyogre. Groudon here, Groudon EX for about $75, and then you have the Kyogre for about $70. But yeah, for me, if you really wanted anything, just pick up those two Charizards or one of those couple Charizards, and then that's the best cards probably from Crystal Guardians right there. All right, second to last set, we are at Dragon Frontiers, and you can guess it's a dragon set. But funny thing is, for being a dragon set, the biggest hitter in this is a Mew Gold Star, and then it's going for about $1,500. Pretty cool looking card. I mean, it's nice. It's not my favorite Mew card. I mean, it's not the best artwork. I'm gonna save my favorite card in this set for last. And then in this set, you also have like a Dragonite EX, another dragon right there, going for about $200. You got the Rayquaza EX. I like this one. This one's really nice, going about $175. There's a Latios is in here, so like I said, Dragons Latios here for about $68. But my favorite card, this reminds me, the Charizard from Paladin Fates, the Charizard Gold Star, a little over $1,000. You might end up having to pay $1,200 or something like that. But the Charizard Gold Star right here, that right there. I mean, it looks like a shiny Charizard. I love that card right there. That right there is nice. I'm surprised it's only that much. I know the Pikachu Gold Star was $1,000. This Charizard Gold Star, probably about $1,200 right here. But to me, it seems like it should be a little bit more expensive than that. But yeah, this card right here is pretty cool. It'd be kind of cool. Like a lot of these cards I'm showing you would be really cool in some of these like 30th anniversary sets going to come out. That if they reprint some of these awesome cards, just like Celebrations did a good job bringing back some cool cards. And then like that Umbreon Gold Star, we pulled that one and sent it to PSA, got a PSA 10 on that. That was awesome. That was amazing to do that. Pulled the two Charizard reprints from base set, pulled two of those. Both of those came back as PSA 10s. That set, the classic collection on the Celebrations, it seemed like it was easier to get PSA 10. So our Venusaur that we pulled from there got a PSA 10, but our Blastoise came back as a 9. The from the main set, the gold Pikachu's, we pulled two of those, sent both of those in. One came back at 10, one came back at 9. But like I said, I would love to be able to do that. Open a bunch of packs, pull some reprints of some of these old classic cards right here. Hopefully in a future set, you know, with a stamp showing like celebrations. I love that little stamp on there. But yeah, so this Charizard right here, my favorite card from this Dragon Frontier set. All right, and now we're at the 16th and final set of the EX, and it's Power Keepers. And this one right here is this one has Charizards in it, so you get a Charizard Holo and Reverse Holo. Those are going for about a $175, $200 right there. You have I'm a big fan of Absol. We got an Absol EX in here, about a $60 card, not bad. But the main cards in here are the Evolution. You have a Gold Star Evolutions. So we have the Flareon going for about $330. Flareon Gold Star. We have a Vaporeon Gold Star looking like about a $600 card. Whew. Crazy. And then the big hitter in this set is a Jolteon Gold Star looking like about an $800 card. $800 for that. I mean, if you just want to pick up something like cool, like a nice card from this, I'd go with the Salamence right here. The Salamence EX, about a $70 card, and I kind of like the artwork right there. The background looks like interesting, like radar, something like that. But yeah, that's a cool looking card right there. So like after this, I'm gonna try to go on eBay, look at some of these cards that I highlighted in this EX era, and see if you can find near mints and lightly playeds in some good prices right here. But with the rarity of these cards and not as many sellers selling them, the prices that I'm showing you here, you might have to pay a little bit more just to get them. But all right, man, that's the end of my video. The last set from EX was Power Keepers right there. That came out in January 31st of 2007. You know, this is just a little bit of vintage shopping right here. I'm trying to get into a little bit of the vintage stuff. It's harder to get that stuff in near mint because a lot of the stuff's been played with. Not a lot of people were, you know, collecting it like for the long haul. I mean, as much as they are now. So many collectors and investors in this space right now. But all right, man. Happy holidays. If I don't see you before then, you know, on my channel here. Enjoy your holidays. Stay safe. Have a good time. I am out.